Что ты можешь дать мне? Маркет внутри, дашь твоя сука, не стоит ничего. Что ты можешь дать мне?
Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a smoke. Make it rain just to let you know. Tell a hater get up out my face. Yeah, I've been ballin' since like yesterday. Yeah, all this money all up in the way. All this money in the way. You know that I'm walking with the bank. Yeah, water, diamond on my ring. You know that I'm rockin' feel the blue. You know that, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Every day I'm shot callin'.
Bring your lunch pills, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We gotta get better today. What I want to know is...
She know I'm a rock star. Looking at my chain, know my diamonds rock hard. Tucked all way up, I ain't getting tired. And if you wanna race, then we gonna ride. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spike. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a smoke. Make it rain just to let you know. Yeah, 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 yeah. Starts with a feeling, and you ride it like a wave. Crash into the sparks, get them together. We the reason how the universe was made. Goes on and on and on and on forever. And the long fight on this battle star, where we fight for love no matter where we are. Oh, 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 oh. And there's a big break in the...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry. You're tuned into...
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Green Bay Packers, and he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line, and the Cleveland Browns. On first down, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive continue. And now, partner, he has surpassed Marvin Harrison's record for most catches in a single season. He's got 144.
It's amazing. He almost did it quietly because Marvin Harrison wasn't a guy that we saw much in the media, but boy, did he produce. Now he steps aside. Marvin Harrison is number 2. We were here today to see the new number 1.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at 34-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And they better put that ball to the side because with that catch, he's a new single-season receiving yards record holder.
What a fantastic year. And we saw it start early, didn't we, partner? Right out of the gate. We knew he was going to have a tremendous year, but who knew it would culminate.
The 8th-yearman from Tennessee, this is Britton Colquitt on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone, and now running right through it. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there, becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries. From the southern edge of Ohio down in Cincinnati. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Mitch Trubisky leading the way offensively. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line.
Pass interference, defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
23 yards on the play. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or a wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for it.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. A little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride is kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The new acquisition, Martellus Bennett, the intended target. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. So not only... Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. Spinning away. Shifts by him. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers now on first down. And some room to work. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On first down, Rodgers toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Second quarter now in Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Russell Wilson with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Colquitt on to kick. He sends it away. Taking it about the 16. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. To throw is Rodgers. On 1st and 10. And he comes back, 1 complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. His big game continues. Already has a 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage in the first half.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? They just get open yet again. And he's all made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
Now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Rodgers now to throw. Oh, it's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
They let go into him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something good.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. Roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Now Rodgers throwing again on 2nd 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's Darius Smith. Cut on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And this is taken at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another catch, more yards, and now enough yards to break the single-game record.
It seemed inevitable the way this game went that the yards record would fall, and we got to see it. We got to witness it, and the crowd is so excited to watch another NFL record fall.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, a 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Jamie Collins. And this is a blowout so far as we get set. Rodgers now after the sack. He'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded inside the 5. A beautiful fake. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the fetch. Throwing now, Rodgers. He's got a man. Complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 44 yards. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so you can't run the football.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. Showed him incomplete. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring the football. Really, really well done.
Decent. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland.
Let's go, guys.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Rodgers on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the... On 2nd down, Montgomery. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Andy Dalton closing in on a 300-yard afternoon, and he has a touchdown pass as well. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings... The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great.
Legging with Nick, we dump it off like V. Ramonovic. Sorry, homie, you know we not friends, it's off of politics. Politics never get to see who really run it. Now you know who run it. You rappers on punishment. Papa dog, they be lying on they brother. Everybody scared a little linky, man, is evident. Feeling like 50 way back in North 3 or D. Talking about me, use some other 301 screaming 4-4 on my Louis. Papa tags by the mode, don't they dummy. Free my for a gold. Black and yellow with the boots and the gold suit. We had to go last week.